Thank you.
Hi everyone, good morning. This is Sunday, week 7 of our training plan, and so we're off to do our weekly endurance ride. Gonna try doing it outside again. It's about the same temperature, I think, as it was last week when we rode outside. Pretty cold right now, but it's supposed to, get around 40 or so later. So just to give you a quick recap of how week 7 went, it was pretty similar to week 6 in terms of the volume of workouts and the nature of the workouts. The first one we did this week was another sub-threshold low cadence effort. 5 rounds of 5 minutes doing the low cadence, high resistance, only 90 seconds rest in between. Second workout was map efforts, 6 rounds of 2 minutes in zone 5, followed by 2-minute recoveries in zone 2. And we just smelled skunk outside, so we're kind of pinching our nose. But third workout we did yesterday on Saturday, and that was a sub-threshold workout. It was a 60-minute workout, so it's very simple, just 20 minutes in zone 2 to start, then 20 minutes in upper zone 3, slightly below threshold, and then finishing off with another 20 minutes in zone 2. And today we're again off to do our longer endurance ride, and it'll be partially a similar route to what we did last week. We're starting from the same spot and doing part of the same route, but we're going to extend it a little bit. So last week we were riding around the Reading, Connecticut area. Today we're going to still do that, but then we're going to extend it a little bit into Bethel, Connecticut. Stop at a coffee shop there, have a little coffee and treat, then make our way back to the starting point. So the total distance of this ride is about 36 miles. The duration of this one should come out to roughly 2 hours and 45 minutes or so. And so that's about it for the recap.
I've been saying to you guys that we have plans for the summer, which we haven't shared yet. And so I guess Jason will talk a little bit about that, and I'll chime in.
Toward the end of July, or middle to end of July, we're planning on going out to Oregon, to Crater Lake. We're going to do a century ride around Crater Lake.
We start at Klamath Falls. I think that's how you say the town's name. Well, we actually land in Portland, and we're going to stay for a couple of days in Portland just to kind of experience what that city's like. And then we're driving 5 hours down to Klamath Falls, where we're staying. And yeah, we're doing the century ride from Klamath Falls to Crater Lake. Going to Crater Lake's about 5,000 feet of climbing, which is not nearly as much as the Fondo, but it would be our first century ride. My sister and her girlfriend are tagging along with us, and so her name is Christy. My sister's name is also Christy. And anyway, her girlfriend Christy rides, and she actually got me started riding more frequently and taught me sort of the rules of roads and all that. And yeah, she is going to be riding with us. And my sister Christy will be our support vehicle.
One thing I should probably mention, just for anyone who may be watching who's brand new to cycling, kind of like me. I mean, I'm not too far removed from being a total beginner. and I wouldn't have known this at the beginning, but a century ride is an 100-mile ride. A lot of you probably guessed that, but again, I probably wouldn't have known what that meant when I was, first starting out. So just to clarify that.
Yeah, no, we're looking forward to doing this. We're actually going to be bringing our bikes with us. And so if you have any advice on how to travel with bikes, leave it in the comment section below, because we've never traveled with bikes before. I know for sure that we're going to be getting a hard case travel bag for the bikes, because the airline that we're flying requires a hard case.
Yeah, so as far as training is concerned, after we finish this training plan for the Vermont Fondo, we don't really have a specific training plan in mind at this point. I think our goal is just to...
Jeez, it scared me.
I think our goal is, after the Vermont Fondo, to just kind of maintain our fitness, and leading up to the century ride, so that we still keep our fitness, but we're fresh, going into that century ride. And I feel like the training that we're doing for the Vermont Fondo, if it ends up being successful, which I think it will be, I think that will also prepare us for that century ride.
I was supposed to install this today, but we got new cassettes. Right now, we're running a triple in the front and an 1128 in the back. And our bikes are super entry level. By the way, it's a Shimano Claris group set. I just ordered an 1134 cassette, got it installed, was really hoping to ride it today, and didn't get the proper chain breaker tool for it. And so I ordered that through Amazon. It was supposed to be delivered on Friday. Didn't deliver on Friday. It was supposed to deliver yesterday. Never delivered it. Never got it yesterday. And so, it probably won't arrive until Monday now, it's saying. So a little annoyed by that. But yeah, we're switching out our cassettes to 1134, because the Fondo, their suggestion is to use an 1132 cassette, because the two gaps that we're riding through, we're doing the Medio ride, right?
Medio, yeah.
There are two gaps, the Brandon and the Middlebury gap, and if you've done the Fondo before, maybe you can give us some insight on that, because we don't know what that's like. Anyway, the two gaps have significant climbing, not as big as the Lincoln Gap, which I think has a max grade of like 25%. But I forget what the average grade is for the two gaps that we're riding through. But I think the 1134 will give us plenty of range of gearing, even though it's an 8-speed. Hopefully, that'll get us through these climbs. And in November, there's a possibility that we may be doing another century ride, and this one is over in Schuylerville, I think that's how you say it, Schuylerville, New York, which is upstate New York. A pretty, and I say flat course, flat compared to what we've been riding. It's 100 miles and it's 2,500 feet of gain. So
that's pretty flat.
Yeah, that's not much of an elevation gain, because today we're doing 30 so miles with 2,600 feet of gain. So that'll be a pretty steady, nice, easy century ride, kind of still building our aerobic base. So we possibly might do that event as well. Kind of haven't decided yet, because that's in November. Okay, we're back. I mistakenly did not record a lot of the climbs that we did. I was planning to do like climb analysis, and I got a little excited and get carried away and didn't press record. And so my camera, I don't think, had much of a recording. I hope that Jason got some.
Well, I think I tried to record two of the two longer climbs that we did. I believe I was recording. We'll find out later. See what the footage is like.
We did get to do we stopped at the I don't know what you call
Java?
it. Yeah, coffee place, and got a delicious raspberry crumble.
Raspberry crumb cake, I think they call it.
Okay.
I think it's a crumb cake. Anyway, it was really good.
Hit the spot because we didn't stop and eat anywhere, and we were starting to get hungry, and there were so much climbing.
And then there was another climb like right after we left the coffee shop, but at least we were fueled up for that one.
Yeah. Well, guys, till next week, we will see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.